Marikina Representative Marcelino Marcy Teodoro is one of 18 named by the Discayas, supposedly demanding kickbacks ranging from 10 to 25% of project costs. With us now for more is Congressman Teodoro of Marikina's 1st District. Good morning, Kong Marcy. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Okay, so have you received a copy yet of the Discaya couple's joint statement bearing their Senate testimonies under oath?
Not yet, but I'm waiting today to receive the copy as well as the minutes of the investigation that happened yesterday at the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee.
So as soon as you receive the documentation, what do you intend to do now?
We might possibly look into our legal remedies available to us. The accusations really false and malicious. I think it's a diversionary tactic on their part in order to steer away the attention from the real issue at hand, which is corruption and anomaly in the DPWH flood control program. Tinitingnan ko yung motibo ng Discaya, ba't ako nasama, ba't ako nadamay, natawid sa mga ganitong bagay. I don't have any official or personal dealings and relationship with them. Ang isang nakita ko when I first exposed a DPWH project in my district, the Balente Creek Slope Protection, it is included in the 2026 NEP or the National Expenditure Program. However, upon verification, the project was already completed years ago, and still included in the program. Double funding ang nangyari. Pangalawa, the cost of the project is 100 million pesos, which is a round-off figure. It's a red flag as far as budgeting is concerned. How can you have a round-off figure given a particular project if it has a cost estimate given the station or limits of the project? And this morning, I verified with the documents available in the Office of the Department of Public Works and Highways. I found out that the project initially, way years back, was initiated by the Discayas. So, bakit mo popondohan ulit yung isang proyekto na tapos na? So, mali at hindi tama. Ang insertion nangyayari hindi na lang sa BICAM at small committee. Ito yung aking sinasabi paulit-ulit at dapat bantayan, posisiin mabuti yung preparation ng National Expenditure Program.
Kung balikan ko lang, the Discayas mentioned 10 to 25% alleged kickbacks implicating you. Where do you think that is coming from? Which project or projects po?
I don't have really an idea what projects they are referring to that I received a kickback. Unang-una, 2 buwan pa lang ako congressman ngayong 2025. At nung una akong maging congressman, for the record, ay noong 2007, 20 years ago, wala pa yung issue ng mga Discaya. Kaya nga nagtataka ako, it defies logic. Having my name in the list. Na wala naman akong kinalaman sa mga dating proyekto ng DPWH dahil wala namang impluensya ang mayor sa mga project ng DPWH. Nakita ko lang baka may motibo. At ito yung nakita kong motibo na-expose, na pag-usapan yung mga project na nililista sa National Expenditure Program. And because of this expose or this manifestation, done by me on the double funding as well as on some of the red flag identification in the projects. May mga projects sa Marikina, walang station ID. Ibig sabihin, walang specific locality. Pangalawa, may mga round-off figure. Halimbawa, meron dito, construction of drainage outfall, phase 1, 50 million. Construction of drainage outfall, phase 2, 50 million. Bakit 50 million, dalawang phase, and you will implement on the same year? How can you do that? So, yun, kinu-question ko eh. At sinasabi ko nga, dapat magkaroon ng IRATA. Dahil ang IRATA naman is a legal process or valid na proseso part of the process in the deliberation of the budget, kasi sinabit lang na nakaraang linggo yung NEP sa Kongreso, September 1. Kaya ito naging batayan ng tinatawag nating General Appropriations Bill. Ito ngayon yung nakasalang sa mga committee na dinideliberate. At pagkatapos nun, pag-uusapan sa plenaryo at kung ma-aproban, padadala sa Senado, dahil nag-emanate ang budget bill sa Kongreso, sa mababang kapulungan, nasa konstitusyon to, at dadalhin sa Senado, in the upper house, at pag na-aproban, yun yung magiging general appropriations.
Kung balikan ko lang yung inyong previous engagements or meeting, the Diskaya couple, they went there to your office once. We have a photo showing that.
Correct.
You mentioned in that earlier interview that we have that you asked your city engineer in 2017 po about them, and that the city engineer said they're not known to finish projects on time or at all. So why did you have the need to meet them still?
Hindi ko sila minit. Sila mga contractor pumunta sa opisina ko. I would like to emphasize that I met them in my office. Hindi ko sila kinausap sa isang pribadong lugar na walang ibang tao. My office is a very public area. Public meaning yung access ng tao nandoon.
Pero can you categorically say po that you have not done business with the Diskayas despite having met with them in the office?
No business at all. No business. Dahil nga, nag-aalok sila ng serbisyo nila as a contractor dahil nag-LGU hopping yata sila nung panahon na yon. Isa ang Marikina sa pinuntahan nila. Pero hindi kami nagkaroon ng anumang kontrata nga. Dahil nung panahon na yon, maliit naman ang budget ng Marikina, ang lahat halos ng mga proyekto ng Marikina ay by administration ginagawa. Kaya pag nagpunta ka sa Marikina, Kati, makikita mo marami kami mga heavy equipment Tapos marami kami mga skilled workers Dahil mas matipid na nakakapagpagawa ng proyekto ang isang lungsod kung by administration. Ibig sabihin, walang contractor na kausap, wala nang kumikita na contractor. Even the dredging that we're doing in the river, it's a public knowledge that it is done by administration. We have our own dredger machines. Secondly, we have our own dredger operators. Tinrain namin ito. We have what we call an amphibious dredger. Kaya tuloy-tuloy ang dredging sa Marikina River.
Yes,
kaya
at kinakailangan po ng Marikina yan because it's so flood-prone. It really has been an issue of public trust, Congressman. The public is clamoring for accountability and oversight. Yes. Considering the testimony linking you to the Diskayas, how are you planning to restore public confidence in your governance and ensure transparency going forward?
Kilala ko ng mga taga Marikina, may track record ako. I intend to still continue on working for them. Honestly, with accountability and transparency. Yun nga lang, ang salita ko nga rito, yung nakakadiskaril Dahil dapat ang pinag-uusapan natin, yung mga substandard, yung mga ghost project sa DPWH. Yung paano yung itatama yung proseso sa budgeting, not only the budgeting, but what will be the basis of our National Expenditure Program. The basis of the National Expenditure Program is our Philippine Economic Development Plan. Nakakalimutan ng marami to. Ekonomiya ang dahilan bakit tayo may mga pagawaing bayan sa infrastruktura. Dapat scientific. Kaya nga sa Marikina, nababawasan yung pagbaha kasi may sinusunod tayong flood control program. Meron tayong
sa Marikina, it continues to face significant challenges. Kung natatandaan po natin, July lang ito, nung Marikina River, it reached alarm levels multiple times, prompting the City Council to declare a state of calamity. So given what you've bared to us all, how do you now intend to keep this from happening again in your city?
We're following our master plan for flood control projects. We continue on dredging the river so that the water carrying capacity of the river will be able to respond to the new normal on the rainfall count that we have. We're using the data available to us, and scientifically, we're basing the project, we have a hazard map based on Project NOAA of the Department of Science and Technology. Even statutory, we have a statutory framework having a land use plan, yung mga non-buildable areas, we maintain it non-buildable. Yung easement ng river, creeks, non-buildable siya, walang obstruction. Kaya yung huling habagat, even itong mga pag-ulan ng malakas ngayon, napansin naman natin na bumaba yung tubig, yung pagbaha sa Marikina at yung ibang area na wala naman yung pagbaha. Maraming naapektuhan pag bumabaha, particular ekonomiya, kalusugan, yung edukasyon. Kaya nga napakahalaga na we should be able to mitigate the problem of flooding. Gadi.
Alright, salamat po, Kong Marcia. Balitaan nyo na lang po kami pagtanggap nyo ng mga dokumento. Congressman Marcy Teodoro of the 1st District of Marikina.